The game of tennis has provided life lessons, friends, and mentors that I will cherish until the end of time. The game of tennis forces you to assess the competitor, make adjustments quickly, endure, and compete. We perfect our tennis skills in these areas through long practices to build stamina and perfect fundamentals in order to execute as a competitor during tournaments when pressure is at an all-time high. But the game of tennis not only increased my athletic capacity, it focused on life skills, and through tennis I learned the ability to trust in the process of adjusting, persevering, competing, and winning in the game of life. My junior year in high school, I thought I had it all figured out. I just committed to Northwestern University. My dream of playing Division I tennis came true. I was excited to commit to a school where athletics was taken just as seriously as academics. My announcement of my commitment received incredible amounts of positive feedback, and I felt like I was on top of the world. All of my hard work had finally paid off, but everything changed the summer before my senior year of high school. I took an official visit to Northwestern University. I realized that this school was just not the right fit for my personality and my aspirations in life. As a student athlete, I'd sacrificed so much of my personal time to be able to pursue my dream of playing Division I tennis. Anyone who plays a sport in college understands the sacrifices one must take to compete at a high level. But I also had a personal aspiration. I wanted to attend a college that prioritized the student and the athlete. To my dismay, a visit to Northwestern did not emphasize the academics and the camaraderie I was looking for. When I approached a few of the football freshman athletes at Northwestern, all three freshmen told me that the student body had no pride for their school and they absolutely hated the culture. I realized during my visit that Northwestern was just not for me. I could no longer picture myself studying there for the next 4 years of my life. After countless sleepless nights and intense deliberations with my family, I decided to decommit from Northwestern University. Decommitting from the school was one of the hardest decisions I had to make. This decision not only had an impact on myself, but it created stress for all my family members. I was now one of the few competitive national tennis players going to senior year of their high school without a commitment to a college. My family and I were lost and did not know where to start the search for another school. Stress and hopelessness does not begin to describe the feelings that ran rapid throughout the household for the next few months. Most schools that were interested before my commitment to Northwestern had already filled their available spots for the class of 2021. I did not know what to do about my situation. My family and I considered so many options: taking a year off from school, going to a university as a regular student, or finding any Division I school that still had openings for my year. The stress of the situation began to take a toll on my family. This situation was something that no one had ever dreamed of when I first committed to Northwestern. Throughout this hard period of my life, I had the opportunity to reflect on myself and those people around me. My family and I became closer because of this experience. My family had been the stable supporter throughout this difficult time and supported my decisions wholeheartedly. They believed that I would find the right school at the expense of turning down one of the most prestigious universities in the country. I also discovered what I wanted from a college. I wanted academics to be a priority and for the student body to be supportive of one another. School pride was an absolute prerequisite. The goal to be in an academic-driven school led me to start looking into the Ivy League of colleges. I always pictured myself in a school where football was seen as a religion and being a student athlete was considered the epitome of success in college. After visiting every Ivy League college, I narrowed my search to Columbia University and Dartmouth College. After analyzing the pros and cons of each school, I chose to attend Dartmouth College. I believe that Dartmouth had the most prideful group of students and a student body and its alumni that were bonded long after their respective graduations. The camaraderie is noticeable and fellow students were competitive but mutually supportive. This college motivated and inspired me. I saw myself succeeding here and growing as a person. On April 11, 2017, I committed to attend Dartmouth College and play tennis on the Dartmouth women's tennis team. Coming to the school has been one of the best decisions of my life. Through the process of committing and decommitting from Northwestern, researching and persevering through the Ivy League schools, and ultimately choosing Dartmouth, my family and I discovered trust in each other that could not have been found without this crisis. My family and I now are firm believers of trusting the process. a process that I have learned through the game of tennis. We discovered that like tennis, we can lose a game or even a set. However, the process of assessing the environment, adjusting the situation, and continuing to persevere and compete, I can be victorious. I am now in a college that I call home. This school pushes to test my limits and set my sights on goals both on and off the tennis court. Indirectly, I have also found another family within the college, my teammates. The girls on this team have changed my life and opened my eyes to new things. This team has shaped me into a better person, and they push me to test the limits as a player, a person, and a student. I am so thankful to be able to play the sport that I love for the college that I love even more. I'm thankful for trusting in the process.